Good day, everyone. Today we'll be discussing about deep and transpersonal perspective, ecology, and ecofeminism. Next slide, please.
Next.
Transpersonal perspective is a way of looking at healing that includes the mind, body, and spirit. It builds on ideas from transpersonal psychology and psychotherapy, recognizing that people are not just made of thoughts and feelings, but also have deep and spiritual side. In the 1960s, psychologists like Abraham Maslow and Carl Jung, along with pioneers such as Stanislav Grof and Ken Wilber, began to talk about how important spiritual experiences are for healing and growth. The transpersonal perspective is a way of understanding and healing that includes the mind and the body and spirit. Developed nila ni Abraham Maslow and Carl Jung, kauban ni Stanislav Grof and Ken Wilber. They believe that ang people ay problem dili lang bitaw sa mind and body, but they also have the deeper connections between sa ilang emotional and the spiritual. This perspective says that healing should not only focus on solving the problems, but also kaning help bitaw sa people kaning mag-find meaning, purpose, and connections to something greater, like sa ilang faith or sa community bitaw na same nilang beliefs. Kan, for example, in a social worker, kaning if a person is struggling with depression or kato batong awat sa linog ganay namatyan, as a social worker, kaning dili lang kay mag atong hahatag kay ayuda, but also pod we can give them counseling, kaning atos na encourage nga ma-find nilang inner peace, maybe kaning sa prayers, katong through reflections, o kanilang connecting pod sila sa supportive community. So, overall, the transpersonal perspective teaches us that social work is not only about giving aid, but about helping people heal completely in mind, body, and spirit. Next, please.
Next slide.
So, pila na itong isa.
Next slide.
Ways therapists use transpersonal theory to help clients. First, exploring spiritual beliefs and experience. They help clients explore their spiritual beliefs and experiences. And then, for example, katong ipanday na nga, loss or itong hopeless na kayo sila kay namatyan sila of loved ones, katong siyungod sa lindol. In case nga, diba, maghatag ayuda. Pero we can also give them kanang bitong at least lang encourage kaning sila pagtuo bitaw nga dili sa mawala ng paglaom nga hantod kanang bitong naslay meaning silang kinabuhi. Second, using guided imagery, meditations, and prayer. Kaning uban kay therapists may use guided imaginary, meditations, or prayer. These activities help sa clients kaning mag-feel focus, bitaw relax, and connect with their inner selves. And counseling sessions, a social work might need short breathing, meditation, exercise to calm the client's emotions nga dili ito siya disumaya kay nawala yung kuan, pero ato siya encourage bitaw nga kanang mag-proceed siya sa therapy. The third one is helping you find forgiveness and meaning and purpose. As a social workers, we can help clients find forgiveness, meaning, and purpose sa isa ka client na experience of trauma. For example, if katong nasa lindol, di ba, nawalaan sila, a social worker can help them that emotion and guide them towards forgiveness. Ito kaning self-acceptance nga tabangan sa short ang isa ka person nga muuman ang hitabo disgust kaning kuan man tungod sa disaster mo nang anay nawala nga at lang tabangan og kaning ma-find nila ilang purpose o kalimtang makamove on bitaw sila nga dili bitaw anong magstay sa isa ka problem of Murto. Next please. Manila.
So we have here the types of transpersonal experiences. So next, Shai. So we have here the mystical experiences. Mystical, Shai. So also referred to as peak experiences from Maslow 1970 or flow experience. So spiritual awakenings that are characterized by overwhelming feeling of happiness and ecstatic joy that fills the person with a deep sense of peace and security. So kani siya, kuan ni siya kanang muni siyang mga mostly nga kapil na to, dili man ni siya dili man ni siya common, like tanan tao makafeel ani nga makapil tag joy, makapil tag peace, happiness, as if they are one with everything around them. So people may describe this as a spiritual awakening, nga a moment when they feel connected to God, nature, or universe. So for example, na magtanaw tag sunset, kanang tsada ba kinatanawon sa ato kanang magtanaw tag sunset or sunrise, kanang everything or nature ba kaham or maka-feel tag overwhelm or peace nga tsada gid kay sa gibating or feeling na to kay naata unity sa life or natay peace of mind nga ma-relax atong mind every time magtanaw tana. So we have here the psychic experiences. So forms of extrasensory perception. So muni siya ang naay clairvoyance, telepathy, precognition, and telekinesis. So death-related experiences na apod. So consist of near-death experiences, deathbed experiences, and experiences in which people see and met with their deceased loved ones. So kani siya kay mga related na siya sa mga after death or before death na mga So kani siya kaning extrasensory perception. This experience involved na siya extrasensory perceptions, which is the ability to know or sense things beyond the normal five senses. So aktong normal five senses is smell, touch, so kani over na sad kayo kay murag na yung mga extraordinary gid siya. For example, ang kaning clairvoyance, mo siyang seeing things that are hidden or happening somewhere else, no? Nga, feeling ni mo, ikaw rin makita, ikaw rin nakabalo. Naapod tayo telepathy, mo ni siyang reading or sharing thoughts with other person through objects or everything, mabasa ni mo ilang lihok, wow. So, naapod tayo precognition, kani siya knowing something before it happens. So ma-predict nimo nga kita mag-predict ka nga maglindol ugma napagi time 10 PM. So na-predict na nimo. Ang kaning telekinesis moving objects with the mind. So mo ni siya kanang maganahan ka man daghan man ni salida nga mag-move mong mga objects through sa imong mind. So naatay nasa tay death-related experiences, no? Natay near-death experience. So, kani siya, when a person who almost dies feels like they're outside their body, moving through a tunnel or meeting a bright light. So, nanin mga kani siya, ma-apply ni siya if kanang itong feeling na ito nga natay second life. Nga murag, atong expression ni nga, limurog, namatay ka, joke, murag inana. So, kani pong deathbed visions, muni pinaka-common kaayo, no? Especially sa mga tigulang. When dying people report seeing deceased loved ones or spiritual things, diba ka nang ragnenay, kamatinon, mayroon din sila. Nakita biyan ako namatay si Kuan, namatay ang Lola. Nakita lagi na ako si Lola. Or Kuan, nakita nga Kuan. Makita ni mo ang mga, ikaw na po yung nakakita. So, napod tayo after death communication kani pinaka-common gihapon kayo ni sa tua. When people claim to see or feel presence of someone who has died. Di ba na mga nga ani na ba si Lola ningon siya kay kwaon na daw ko niya. Sa mga ingana na mga pinaka-common kayo ning mga death related experiences kay kani siya kay mga encounter po na to ni sa mga kuan. So more siya creepy siya. So natay encounter experiences. Next siya. So experiences of observing and sometimes interacting with apparitions and aliens beings includes encounters with UFO, angels, religious figures, and other anomalous phenomena. So communication with spirit of ancestors, deceased loved ones, and spirit powers associated with nature, communication with God or angels, and spirit guides. So kani siya, this involves seeing or communicating with spiritual or non-human beings. Lagi non-human beings, mga aliens. Mga unsa pa na imong mga agkakita din na. Example no kato, angel or divine figures. Muna siya. Naputay spirit of ancestors or deceased loved ones. Mo lagi to katong mga nangamatay na. Makikommunicate ka or makita nimo sila. Aliens or UFO related beings, naputay spirit guides or nature or mga spirit. So kani siya, mag-interact ka sa ilaha, makita nimo, masini mo. So naapod tayo exceptional human experiences. Next siya. So not considered anomalous, many factors associated with the more unusual is or present in this experience, fears, goosebumps, or crisis of identity and feeling wonderstruck. So other example include extraordinary dreams, inspiration of all types, aesthetic and literary experiences, witnessing or encountering art, architectural, religious, historical, and other cultural relics, music and literature, and the performance of noble deeds. So these are the extraordinary but still normal. So experiences that make a person feel amazed or wonderstruck, like may encounter ni nila no nga mura kung sa ato pa nga word na starstruck ta dili wonderstruck o inasan starstruck din ato ang na-feel. So kani siya, they are not strange no, paranormal, but still a powerful and meaningful. Kay syempre kuan biya kanang feeling ba na to nga basta maka-feel tag inana nga mura tag ma-starstruck mura powerful gid kita nga kanang lahi gid isa feeling. So example no, feeling deep emotion while listening to music or seeing a beautiful artwork. So kana lugar mag-emote mo, di ba? Magpa-sounds magibug mga music. Feel gid kaninyo ang mga lyrics nga heartbroken gid ko. So gidamdam gid kayo ninyo ang mga lyrics ug sounds no, like naagi connection between sa objects or sa palibot nimo og sa imong self. For example, makita pog kag piece of artwork nga murag na starstruck gid ka, like feeling gid kini mo like tsada gid kay siya bay murag mo to pinakatsada nga imong nakita sa imong tibuok kinabuhi. So naapod tay feeling deep emotion, naapod tay having an inspiring dream or sudden creative idea. Dili ra mo sad siguro ako or mostly kita kay magdilulub ya tanong mag-imagine biya tag mga babe, tsada siguro kayo no, mga 5 years from now or 10 years dako kay kung balay na nakong sakyanan o mga creative idea din mo di basi makaasawa kong mafia boss, so mag housewife na lang ko nga dagan nagay kong kwarta. So napag kay witnessing an act kindness or heroism that deeply moves you kani siya, pero feeling nimo nga be dream nimo nga pagdagan di ko kwarta, mag-donate di ko sa mga charity, magpakaon di ko sa mga bata nga homeless. So feeling nimo here din kay ka or mag-donate ka sa mga lindol nga kuan with own money. So naatay other transpersonal experiences. Next siya. So out of body experiences. So mo ni siya ang when a person feels like the consciousness leaves their physical body and observe it from outside. So, napay oneness with the universe. A feeling of merging completely with nature or the whole universe. So, feel gid mo nung katagapagligtas ka diya sa buong mundo nga connected gid ang universe ug sa imuha. Naapod tayo remembering past lives. So, kani siya recalling what feels like experience from previous incarnation. So kani siya madunggan nato nino kan mag-reincarnate nga feeling naman ko sa past life nakuha naman ni nako, so nag-reincarnate ka, pero don't know if na happen gid ni. So ang summary na sa overall transpersonal experiences open people to spiritual, mystical o deeply meaningful dimension no, in another world ni feeling nato nag-exist gid ni sila. So they show that human consciousness can expand beyond the personal self. So dili lang ta naglimit sa tong self nga inani. So in another word, feeling nato no nga nana di mangina na things na mga katukong mga gipang mention, leading to peace, wisdom, and transformation. Okay na.
So now, let's move on or delve into the ecology and social work. So before we delve into the ecology and social work, let us first analyze and know what ecology means. Next slide, please. So, the word ecology is the combinations of the Greek word oikos, means house or home, and logi means knowledge or the study of. So if we combine these two words, it would mean that ecology means the study of our home, study of our house, or a knowledge of our house or our house. Next slide, please. So ecology means the study of our house. Our house is the planet Earth. Ecology is the study of every living things and every environment at every scale, from bacteria to living on your skins to a blue whale breaching in the southern oceans. It's the ocean itself and everything in it. It's vast and tiny, planet-wide and microscopic. So when we say ecology, it is the study of how every living things interact with each other. Every living thing is gikan sa pinakagamay ng microorganisms like bacteria or germs to the highest point of hierarchy of species, interact with each other and with their environment. Next slide, please. So now, let's tackle what is ecology in social work. Social ecology is the study of how individuals interact with and respond to the environment around them, and how these interactions affect society and their environment as a whole. So social ecology simply means that it is the study of the relationships between people and their environments, both natural and social, sa ilang paligid, sa ilang nature, and both sa mga tao sa society. And this social ecology also studies or also shows how these relationships and interactions between people and their environment shape their society and ultimately affect their environment as a whole. So for example, a group of community individuals creating a movement together to improve the environmental health of their nature. This movement does not only shows the creating of clean environment, but also shows good relationships between the people and the community. So this shows that if the people inside the community have a good relationship or interactions with each other, they would agree to one thing or perform a movement that would create a harmony between them and live in a good environment. So this concept of social ecology was introduced by an environmental activist named Murray Bookchin. Next slide, please. So, nagtackle ng tag-ecology and social work, let us not also forget to tackle the ecological system theory of social work. So, the ecological system theory is first developed by the psychologist Yuri Bronfenbrenner to delve into the relationship with one's community as they relate to personality traits cultivated from childhood. So Yuri Bronfenbrenner created this ecological system to know or para mabawan niya or to understand how the different systems of a child kanang nakabuo sa iya or naka-influence sa iyang personality as she or he enter into adulthood or as they progress. So next slide, please. So here are the 5 systems and ecological system theory. So the first system is the microsystem. So the microsystem is the innermost layer and consists of the immediate environments and relationships an individual directly experiences. So ang microsystem mo niya siya mga intimate mga group of people an individual has the most intimate relationship with. For example, their families, their friends, their school, and their neighborhood. So the next system is the mesosystem. The mesosystem is the second layer and represents the interconnections and interactions between two or more microsystems involving the developing of a person. So one example of this is kung ang naayisa ka problema ang bata or sa eskwelahan, iyang two microsystem, which is his parents or his families and his teachers in a school setting microsystem would work together to help the child para ma-solve ang problem sa child and mabalik ang iyang social functioning. That is mesosystem. So the third system is the exosystem. The exosystem is the third layer and involves the social settings that do not contain the developing person but still indirectly influence their immediate microsystems. So, for example, aning exosystem is as a family. Pag mawalan og trabaho ang parents, ang say maapektuhan ang ilang mga anak. So, mo ni example sa exosystem. A situation or the situation does not directly affect the developing person, but it would affect his immediate microsystem. Mara siyang exosystem. So the fourth one is the microsystem. The microsystem is the outermost, largest layer that envelopes all the other system. It encompasses the broader cultural values, laws, customs, political ideologies, socioeconomic status of the society or the subculture. So the microsystem is how our culture, how our values, and our political laws or our country laws helps how a person develops. Mana ang microsystems. So the last system in ecological system theory is the chronosystem. The chronosystem is not a nested layer, but represents the dimension of time as it relates to an individual's development. It accounts for changes over the life course and historical context. So ang chronosystem is mo ni siya ang mga panghitap, dili siya layer sa relationship, but mo ni siya ang panghitabo at a certain ages of time that would affect the development of a person. For example, the 2020 or the 2020 COVID-19, the pandemic era greatly influenced a person's development kadto sa COVID-19 era kay ang mga tao di ba na sila na-isolate kaya dili sila pwede gawas ma-isolate ang mga tao, ma-appeal ang ilang developing aspects. So dili sila maka-socialize with other people, dili sila maka-interact with other people, which greatly affect their developing aspect. And that's are the 5 system of ecological system theory.
So, ecofeminism. From the word eco is nature, while feminism is kita mga babae. So, ecofeminism means a connection between women and nature. It says that the way people destroy nature is similar to how women treated in our society unfairly. This theory encouraged people to treat the earth and each other with more care and equality. Next. So, naay nakadiscover. A French woman named Françoise Dobon started this idea in 1974. She said that the problem of women poor people and the environment come from the same cause, the world giving more power to men. So nakita niya nga unfair ang pag-treat sa babae the way na ang ato ang nature. Next. Because of this, women are more affected when disaster or climate change happen, like typhoons, floods, and droughts. For example, a social worker helps mother and young people start a vegetable garden. So this help them have food, og maka-earn sad sila income, og ma-protect pod nila ang environment. Second, a social worker educate family, especially mothers, about proper waste management, water conservation and hygiene, linking health, environment, and women's roles in the households. Next.
So these are the types of ecofeminism. First is a radical ecofeminism. The second is cultural ecofeminism. Next. So radical ecofeminism contend that the dominant patriarchal society equates nature and woman in order to degrade both. So radical ecofeminism believes na ang same sa system that oppresses men also makagkuba sa nature. So ang patriarchy nagtanaw nga both women and the environment are things to control and use for profit. So for example, when big companies cut trees for business, ma-affect ang whole community, especially the women and the children who depend on the land for food and water. So in social work, this idea teaches us na kinahanglan mo challenge ta sa mga sistema nga dili patas. So social workers dili lang mutabang sa individual problems pero sa root causes po like poverty, inequality, and environmental destruction. Just like sa radical ecofeminism, the social work nagbarog alang sa social justice, gender equality, o protection sa environment. So next is cultural ecofeminism. So encourage an association between women and the environment. They contend that women have a more intimate relationship with nature because of their gender roles. So, cultural ecofeminism, on the other hand, highlights the natural connection between woman and nature. It says now women have nurturing qualities like how nature nurtures life. Mothers, caregivers, and community leaders often show compassion, empathy, and care. Values that are also important in social work. Sa field sa social work, makita nato ni kung ang mga women mag-lead sa community gardens like clean-up drive o feeding programs. So these activities shows na caring for people and caring for nature go hand in hand. Ang mga social worker makasupport ani pinaagi sa pag-empower sa mga bae na mahimong leaders sa pag-preserve sa environment. Next. So these are the four main ecofeminist principles. So first is both the oppression of marginalized group and the oppression of nature are connected by cause. So the exploration of the people and the environment stem from the same system of domination. And second is we must replace our culture domination with an ethic of care. So society should move from domination and control toward care, respect, and cooperation. Then the third is all forms of oppression are unacceptable and interconnected. All types of operation like social, gender-based, environmental are related. Then the last is understanding these connections is necessary for equitable change. So awareness for change is recognizing these connections is essential to achieving justice and equality for both humans and the planet. So that's all.